Behind every crack and cocaine buy in every city in the United States is a global network of dealers, importers, brokers, and transshippers. But at the source of it all are the laboratories and production capabilities of Colombia's notorious and deadly cocaine cartel. Based in the city of Medellin, with its own army and air force like a nation unto itself, the cartel rules by bribery and terror. They've murdered presidential candidates, judges, and newspaper publishers, but continue to live and operate in Colombia with impunity. The bosses of this cartel are Pablo Escobar, Jose Rodriguez Gacha, and others. They are among the 100 richest men in the world. The Drug Enforcement Administration, with no real authority outside the United States, nevertheless has assigned agents to work with Colombians courageous enough to fight the cartel inside Colombia. This is the story of those people.
It's been long to see you. I don't think I'm supposed to feel that way, am
I don't know what we're supposed to feel. Except maybe sorry.
I had the savings account divided. I wasn't sure what to do about the house.
You'd be better off leaving my name on the mortgage.
Oh, we still have that CD down at the bank?
Why don't you leave the CD in a trust for the boy? Unless you need the cash.
No, I think that's a good idea. I'll manage without it. Hey.
What? What?
It's just that I knew you were going to be good to me about all this. I want you to know how much I appreciate it.
It could turn out to be the world's most amicable divorce.
I'll keep it from being sad.
No, it won't.
You better get over to the apartment. I don't expect Nicky like being left there alone.
It's not going to be any different for you. You'll see.
It's gonna be me and Mom in Corpus Christi and you living in Bogota. It's like you said, Dad, what's different?
Nicky, I am doing the absolute best that I can. I'm sorry. Red Jack on Black Queen.
How was it?
Don't ever get divorced. Not in the state of Texas, anyway.
How's Faye taking it?
Oh, you know Faye. She's a trooper. She hurt, but she held back. I guess everything just gets split in half. Oh, what the hell? If I can't trust Faye after all these years of marriage, my judgment's not worth a damn anyway.
And your son? What happens to him?
You know, I haven't been home more than 6 months in the past 5 years.
You lose.
Ain't that the truth?
Get dressed, or we'll be late.
My friends, my sons and I would like to welcome you to our home. A man of tremendous experience is with us this evening. A man of great energy. I am speaking, of course, of the Liberal Party candidate for the presidency of Colombia, Senator Carlos Galán.
Don Orlando honors me. Men of real experience and wisdom know better than to become politicians, especially in Colombia. We Colombians are a dynamic people, independent leaders in Latin America. We look forward to the 21st century with a new vigor, ready to take our place in a community of nations.
Let's get to it.
Where do we stand?
The U.S. government is convening a federal grand jury to indict Pablo, Jose, and other cartel figures in absentia. Then if we ever get our hands on them, we're going to try them in an American courtroom where they won't be able to threaten or bribe their way out. Once convicted, we'll put them in the federal pen at Marion, 4 stories underground, and they can spend the rest of their lives there. But what my people want to know is whether Colombia is prepared to extradite them.
You mean whether President Barco is prepared to extradite them?
It's not that simple. The cartel has a motto. Better a tomb in Colombia than a jail cell in America. And their vocabulary is 9mm and C4 plastic. If it looks like Barco's folded under American pressure, they will be held to pay at home. It's a question of national pride and politics.
I think, and this is my own outsider subjective opinion, but I think the public relations consideration is a luxury that you can no longer afford. This situation is way past that.
What do you mean?
Well, you either have to extradite them or find a judge here in Colombia that will indict them and then stay alive during the process.
People have come to believe that the law, the police, the army do not apply to the cartel. Escobar, Gacha, the others are outside the government. They live, shop, socialize, and maintain their armies in Bogota and Medellin as if they are visiting dignitaries from another country. We've got to convince the people otherwise. The public relations considerations are past. The problem we face is, does Barco and the government of Colombia run Colombia, or does the Medellin cartel?
The very heart of Colombian society is being torn by the narco-terrorists. The murders of Attorney General Carlos Mauro, Justice Minister Lara Bonilla, Superior Court Judge Castro Hill, Supreme Court Justice Vaquero Borda, who negotiated the extradition treaty with the United States, and now the narco-terrorists threaten the state itself. I call upon President Barco to sign the extradition law as a weapon against them, because the question in front of all Colombia is, will Colombia be run by the government of Colombia, or will it be run by the Medellin cartel?
Feliz Navidad, señor.
Feliz Navidad, Elena.
My father was not a brave man. He loved life, and he feared death. Nor was he a perfect man, but my father was a moral man. He understood the power of evil and the fragility of good. He declared himself on the side of the angels, and for it, he joined them. Orlando Sarmientos was martyred by the hand of the narco-terrorists. I call upon President Barco and General Osario, all those in authority, to bring these terrible men to justice. My father's soul will not rest until that day comes.
I love you. And you. You look terrible. Roberto tells me that you and Faye are no mas, huh?
No.
The gringos, they get married and divorced like it's nothing. We murder each other, but we don't get divorced.
Have you met Sonia Perez Vega?
Once, briefly.
Then you found your judge, Tomas. I am offering Judge Perez Vega the Sarmientos homicide investigation.
That's my judge?
A judge in Colombia first investigates like a district attorney in the States, then makes a judgment on the evidence, whether or not to indict.
You've got to be kidding me. I'm looking for John Wayne and you're giving me Gidget.
You don't approve of the custom? I believe you've met Mr. Vaughn, Senora?
It's good to see you again.
Pleasure, man. Will you excuse us?
Con su permiso.
Have you told her yet?
No.
Then there's still time to get someone else.
No, Tomas. She's it.
I don't care how good you say she is. I don't care if you declare her queen for a day. That girl does not have a chance in hell to find, indict, and convict
Orlando Sarmiento's killers.
'87.
Pablo Escobar is a great man. Powerful, ruthless. You are no one. Your life can be snuffed out in the wink of an eye. Pursue this investigation, and you are a corpse.
Who is this, please? I do not understand what you're talking about.
Your mother, your father, your entire family will join you in the grave. No one is beyond our reach. No one.
Sonia? Who are you?
Think of Lara Bonilla, of Ambassador Parejo, of the sainted Orlando Sarmientos. They were all warned. Make their mistake, and you will pay as they did.
General.
Judge Perez Vega. Come with me. Have a seat. How did you receive the threat?
By telephone. It is to be expected, I suppose, sir.
Yes. Please, have a seat. There's a hard truth here, Sonia, and there's no easy way around it. If you choose to accept the assignment, if you investigate the Sarmientos murder and tie Escobar or any of the others to it, the cartel will try to kill you. Have you spoken to your husband?
Alonso? He is a good man. He will support whatever I decide.
You are free to turn me down. There is no shame in it. It might be the wisest thing to do. It definitely is the safest.
I never thought of myself as a brave woman. If I agree, what is the next step?
I will introduce you to your bodyguards.
So, we have decided to pursue an aggressive strategy to diversify our holdings and expand our influence throughout East Asia. The September-October purchase of commercial real estate in Singapore is continuing. Our net assets have reached over $1 billion, and with expected growth in this area, we feel this investment should triple over the next 5 years. Conditions in Europe are also promising. We have several billions in various time deposits in Switzerland, Luxembourg, Liechtenstein that are secure. Unfortunately, these accounts yield relatively little interest and are terribly illiquid. Now, I suggest that we use some of these assets to purchase commercial real estate in the Federal Republic of Germany. The economy is muscular, the mark is strong, and the opportunities are almost unlimited.
Agreed. Gentlemen?
The situation in the United States is less certain. In the past, the authorities have seized our fixed assets, real estate and the like. Now, I feel that investment here would be unnecessarily risky.
Why are we listening to this? What you say is nothing new. Are you almost finished?
I had wanted to discuss the situation in our hemisphere, our land holdings in Venezuela and Peru, and conditions domestically.
Domestically? What's to discuss? We run this country.
I'm not sure the ruling class would agree.
Senor Perez.
The ruling class think they are untouchable, safe behind their concrete walls. They are wrong. Their time has come and gone.
This meeting is over.
I love you.
Everything will change now.
I know. Are you angry?
I'm proud of you.
Hey, Juan. Risco's been looking for you, man. Where the hell you been anyway?
Tall one, Julio. The one whose brother's a priest.
Elena.
She's mine.
You wish, man.
I know.
He's got a mouth.
Oh.
Your friend, Julio.
It's none of my business.
He tell you about Sarmientos? You're a smart kid, Pedrosa.
You see that? I was clean, man. I ain't playing going. I ain't gonna play it no more. Hey, you wanna go downtown to the arcade, man? I'll pay.
Nah, not now.
Why not?
Got places to go, man. Got a big mouth. I'll catch you later.
They're not really gonna try and kill me, you know. I mean, where's the fun in that? I'm such an easy target. Where's the challenge?
Now you're being a fool.
I know I am. Can't we please talk about something else?
No. I'm not going to let you stick your head in the sand. See why they didn't assign Fernandez. He's the senior magistrate. Besides, he looks the part.
Maybe they didn't trust him.
Maybe they didn't want to sacrifice him.
Look, Christina, if you're trying to scare me, you're succeeding. And I'm still not going to change my mind.
How can you be this stubborn?
Judge Perez Vega.
Hello? Yes, General. I understand. Thank you.
Who is she?
Judge Soto is a friend I would trust with my life.
I know who killed Orlando Sarmientos. It was a contract killing. His name's Julio Marti. He's a kid, 16 maybe.
Will this Julio Marti talk to us?
Never.
Can he be arrested without them knowing?
I doubt it.
He was paid. How?
By check.
They wrote him a check to kill Sarmientos? I must see it. I have to find out what bank it was drawn on, who issued it.
Even if you did, it will be impossible. They loaned the bank. They will never let you near a cancelled check.
The check's not in the bank.
How do you know?
He showed it to me. He hasn't cashed it yet. He kept it as a souvenir.
Can't believe it.
Can you get the check for me? You have no idea how important this is. It is absolutely crucial.
I can try. I like the view. It's a nice office. You ought to be careful who you let in here. You'll hear from me.
I talked to Prisco about moving the stuff ourselves. Hey, we could do it together, you know? Make some good money, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'd do if we had money? I go up north to the States. See what it's like. You and me in Miami driving a big Cadillac. That's my name, right?
Can't you read?
So I'm supposed to keep my mouth shut about this? Say nothing to nobody? Prisco told me that.
Maybe you ought to listen to him.
You think somebody's gonna catch me? They ain't gonna catch me, man. They get close, I'm gonna do just what I did to Sarmientos. Too much beer.
Hey, Julio.
100,000 pesos. That's $600 and change.
Who is Juan Olivares?
Nobody. An alias.
I want to see all the records on this account. Canceled checks, daily activity reports, wire transfers, signature cards, everything there is.
You'll have to go to Medellin.
Wait a
The
minute.
bank will be uncooperative. They handle billions of pesos for the cartel. Juan Olivares. They will tell you nothing.
I'll insist.
Any other judge in Bogota would have the good sense to destroy this check, rather than bring it to me.
Hold on. You're gonna go down to Medellin on their home territory and just expect them to roll over for you? Excuse me, lady, but you gotta be nuts.
Assign me additional bodyguards?
I don't care if you walk around with a division of those boys.
Why are you here, Mr. Vaughn?
Pardon me?
It's a simple question. What are you doing in Colombia?
I'm an agent of the Drug Enforcement Administration. I go where they send me.
Why? This is not your country.
On 5 G's a month plus hazardous pay, I do what I can.
Why is that?
It's my job.
Exactly. I'll leave in the morning, General. Are you married, Ernesto?
Yes, señora.
Children?
2 boys.
I would like to meet them and tell them how brave their father is. Since when is the bank closed at 11 on a Thursday morning? This is Judge Sonia Perez Vega of the Bogota Criminal Court. I demand entry into this bank. Open the door! Do you hear me?
Good morning, Judge Perez Vega.
How do you know who I am?
You've rather announced yourself, haven't you?
Why was the bank closed?
A routine internal audit. But as you can see, we're open now. Is there something I can do for you?
You have an account in Juan Olivares' name.
Do we?
I have a subpoena here, authorizing me to take possession of all bank records in Olivares' name and any other records I deem relevant to the investigation of the murder of Orlando Sarmientos.
Ooh, it sounds so important. Marco, see if you can find these files for Judge Perez Vega. I'll be in my office if there is any trouble. Donna Sonia, it may take some time to collect Senor Olivares' records. Hours, in fact. You may stay here and wait, if you like. Senor Martinez, Maria Alfonsín.
Are you really going to give her the Olivares file?
Don't be ridiculous. Don Eduardo. Yes, I know Don Eduardo. She's here already. She's been asking for the Olivares files. You know we'd do anything you ask, Don Eduardo, but may I make a suggestion? We could bury her in a blizzard of paperwork. It would take her days to figure out she's got nothing relevant. Thank you for saying so, Don Eduardo. I like to think of myself as resourceful as well as helpful. Yes, sir. I keep you informed.
Where is Senorita Alfonsín?
Detained.
Ernesto, please give me a hand.
Sí, señora.
What, do you think I'm an idiot?
Where to, senora?
To the bank.
Good. Please take care of this immediately, okay? What's wrong?
This is useless, and you know it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Then, Doña Maria, let me give it to you simply. I don't care if you play the great bitch. You have 30 seconds to produce the bank records I asked you for, or I will have you dragged out of here in handcuffs, thrown in my car trunk, and driven to Bogota. I will make sure you spend the most miserable year of your life rotting in a hole in the women's detention center. Aristocracy doesn't matter to the inmates. If they don't kill you, the dysentery will.
You have no right.
I have every right in the world. Defiance of a court-ordered subpoena is against the law, even in Medellin. And I can't think of anything I would enjoy more than proving it to you personally. Now, you have 20 seconds.
This is the last of them, senora.
Well, then let's get out of here.
See?
I think you have a phone call to make. A matter of a life or death. Olivares is an alias, a phony. But the signature cards that we got in the bank in Medellin, they list the name Pineda on the account. Pineda is Pablo Escobar's wife's maiden name. If you look at the canceled checks, you'll see Escobar's entire family, his wife, his children, his nieces and nephews, all drew down on the account.
We can prove it paid Sarmiento's killer?
We're in possession of the check. The account numbers match.
Then we can tie Escobar in directly.
Absolutely. The indictments will take a week or two. I want to be precise. I intend to charge Pablo Escobar with conspiracy to commit murder. This isn't finished, is it? It's only just begun.
It's Perez Vega. I owe you an apology.
An apology? What for?
I had guessed that you would fold up at the first sign of trouble, that you would never follow this thing through to the end. I underestimated you.
If we indict Pablo Escobar, do you think he will be arrested, brought to trial, convicted in open court?
In Colombia?
Even in America?
I don't know. But we'll never quit.
We aren't very different, are we?
What do you mean?
Stubborn. My mother used to call me El Burro, the mule.
My mama had a less polite word for it.
Hasten to bid me adieu, but remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy that loved you so true. Before you boys do something you ought not to, you ought to run a drug test on that boy. I mean, talk about your extra Y chromosome. He gives psychopaths a bad name. What to tell you? You gotta listen to me. That guy's gonna kill me next chance he gets. I gotta get out of here. You gotta let me make one phone call. There's a guy up in Arlington, Virginia who can arrange it, so just let me make a phone call, huh? What, you think I'm kidding? You get hold of Mike Cerrone at the Drug Enforcement Administration and tell him local garrison's ready to do business, huh? Serious business, huh? You hear me? Mike Cerrone of the D.E.A. and tell him it's a matter of life or death.
Local garrison? No, I don't want to talk to him. I hate this son of a bitch.
He says he'll be killed. Won't last. Says he'll never finish a sentence.
Well, tell him that's too bad. My heart bleeds for him.
Who's Garrison?
He's a smuggler doing time in a federal penitentiary in Atlanta. Charlie picked him up. Claims he knows all the cartel heavyweights. And we have some evidence that says he might be on the level. Claims he's particularly tight with Martinez.
You shouldn't hang him out to dry.
Let him sweat.
Tell us about Eduardo Martinez, Tom.
He's the CFO.
Come again?
The chief financial officer. He's in his mid-30s, well-educated, a degree in economics. There's not a financial decision the cartel makes that he's not in on. The guy would rather talk spreadsheets than ball scores.
A big fish.
Martinez is significant. If money is the lifeblood of the system, this guy is the pump. He receives it and sends it everywhere it goes.
Is he under indictment in Colombia?
No. What's the deal, Brett? You didn't drag me stateside with some story about bugging a shipment of precursors just to ask me about Eduardo Martinez.
Well, Escobar and Gotcha aren't the only game in town, Tom.
No, but they sure as hell play for the highest stakes, don't they, Mike?
Well, well, well. Listen to him. Who are you supposed to be, the sheriff we sent to clean the Dalton gang out of Abilene?
I'm the country attaché in Bogota, not some overglorified accountant. You know, I never could understand what you were doing at D.E.A, Mike. Why aren't you working at some investment bank selling junk bonds to widows and orphans?
They wouldn't let me carry a gun.
Okay, cut it out. That's it. Here's the deal. 10s and 20s taken off the street have to get into legitimate banks so the cartel can spend it. Mike and Charlie want to set up a money laundering sting. They want to launder cash for the cartel out of L.A. We've got to connect them into Martinez.
If what Garrison says is true, maybe we can use him to put us in touch with Martinez. If we can launder some Medellin cartel money, who knows what we'll discover? Other launderers, investment portfolios, stateside middle management. We'll know all about the people who bring us the money and where that money goes.
You'll have to work with Mike and Charlie on this, Tom. I want you to sign off on the idea. Any objections?
No.
The cocaine desk will oversee the operation. That means, like always, everybody reports to me.
I want to be there when you talk to Garrison.
Okay.
Did you ever coach Little League?
What?
Were you ever a Cub Scout leader? Or go to a PTA meeting?
I'll bet there's a point to all of this, right?
I'm thinking about chucking it.
The job?
Yeah.
I heard about you and Faye. How's the boy taking it?
It's hard to tell. He doesn't get a chance to say much. I'm going back through Houston to see him. It's gonna be the first time that me and my kid have had a few days to spend alone together, and hell, I don't know how long. Sometimes I wonder why I got into this racket.
Well, you know what they say, Tom. If DEA wanted you to have a wife, they would have issued you one with your badge and your gun.
So listen, what do you want to do? I thought we might go up to the summit, catch a basketball game. The Lakers are in town.
I don't care, Dad. Anything you want to do. Hello? It's for you.
Yeah, hello. Oh, come on, Jimmy, not now. We were gonna do this tomorrow night. How long is it gonna take? I'll meet you there in a half an hour. I have to go out for a couple hours, Nick. I'll be back as soon as I can. How much acetone's in here?
Enough to supply their coke labs for the next 3 years. And they ain't doing any cocaine chemistry without these precursors.
You almost done?
In a minute. Kill the light. Kill the light.
Mata la luz.
What quarter is it? Fourth. Lakers by 2.
I get to see my kid for the first time in a couple of months, and instead of spending time with him, I'm sitting here in the dark with you. If this thing goes into overtime, I'm gonna strangle you, O'Rourke. The whole damn thing is a waste of time anyway.
What do you mean?
That's what I said, it's a waste of time. Aserio, Chavez, and everybody else working on it down there knows that the precursors get divided up 1,000 different ways for 1,000 different labs, which means that there's no way to launch raids and guarantee that you're gonna get anything significant.
So what if we can satellite track this acetone getting split up?
Even if you know where the labs are, the whole thing is just not cost effective.
Don't think so, huh? We'll wait and find out.
Again, if that's what you come here for. That boy from Shreveport, the one with the LSU tiger tattoo, wails the hell out of me if I just look at him cockeyed.
Somebody's here to see you.
It ain't visiting day.
Hey, I don't know nothing about it. Stand up so I can put this stuff on you.
Now, my family don't talk to me no more, and I fired my lawyer. So if this ain't legit, I'm gonna scream bloody murder. I'm just warning you right now. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Why, if it isn't Mr. Cerrone from the D.E.A. See, I told you we'd see each other again, Mike. I had a feeling. You know, I can be psychic about that kind of thing.
Shut up, Loco, and sit down.
No, I thought about it when I woke up this morning. Struck me first thing. I said to myself, this is gonna be my lucky day.
I'm in no mood to screw around with you, Loco. There's information we want, I think you've got, and I'm ready to offer you nothing in return for it. Do you understand? Nothing.
Don't sound like much of a proposition.
Do you know Eduardo Martinez?
D.E.A. Let me tell you something about old Eduardo, Mr.
Vaughn, and just answer my question.
I know him.
And Pablo Escobar? Rodriguez gotcha?
Hell, I I know all those boys. I done some serious partying with them. You ought to see that joint old Escobar's got down in Medellin. Marlon Perkins got nothing on old Pablo. He's got zebra and antelope and some other ugly damn animal.
All right, we get the picture.
Wildy beast. I think that's what it is anyway.
Does Martinez know you're in here?
I don't think so. Charlie picked me up making a domestic run. It was a bad bust, Charlie. I got an appeal pending.
You've got an 8x10 cell waiting for you for the next 10 years unless I decide otherwise.
Okay, then. Let's cut to the chase. What's the deal?
I don't know that we have one. How do I know you're not lying?
I was going to say trust me, but I'm enjoying time away from myself.
You know Pablo Escobar, right?
Yes, sir.
You been to his finca?
Many times.
Draw me a picture of his living room.
Is this guy for real?
Do what he says.
I hate traveling. I mean, my idea of an exciting trip is to walk down to Hiram Pete's Diner for a beer and a barbecue. And I don't believe that hunk of rust out there could make it down to Decatur, much less an airstrip down in Colombia.
Come on, Charlie, where's your sense of adventure? This ought to be a lot of fun.
Then why don't you go?
Because I'm supposed to be the mysterious Jimmy Brown, the wizard of money laundering. You don't want to blow my cover. Besides, you have to be nuts to go up in that crate in this kind of weather.
Hey! You look a little peaked, Charlie. Okay? Okay, let's go then. Hey.
Have a good trip.
You know, I once took a Cessna up out of Cali in weather almost as bad as this. Blew me around like a moth in a blender. I stalled out at 15,000 feet. I was down by the treetops by the time I got it flying again. Damn! God.
Shut up, Loco.
God, you don't like to fly, do you?
No.
Okay. Here we go. Clattering. Okay. And close your door. And we're off. Now, I don't believe in seatbelts, but you might want to put yours on if you want to, because you might be banging your head. Yeah, right. Okay. Now, I believe in them, but I don't make people wear them. Okay. Sit down. Right there. Hey! Hey, we're off. Okay.
This belt doesn't work.
I think it's pretty good. Yeah, it does. Go on. Put it on.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it does. You gotta tie it. Okay.
She's your friend. You've got to talk some sense into her.
Sir, you're hurting my arm.
Enrique Fernandez is a pig. Can you believe he actually warned me not to sit with you?
He doesn't want to be in hand grenade range.
He is a coward.
I am a fool.
Then we both are.
What do you mean?
I've been asked to investigate Jose Rodriguez Gacha. He's accused of masterminding a series of killings in Medellin.
Are you going to take the case?
Of course. Why not? Your mouth is hanging open. It's very unattractive.
But you said...
Yes, I said a lot of things. I know there are risks. I'm scared. Scared half to death. When I'm a judge in the Bogota Criminal Court, I have a duty, and I intend to uphold it. And I have a very good friend who sets a very good example. Yeah, let's talk about something else.
A gift, Don Pablo, for you on your birthday. A small token of our esteem. Bravo!
Bravo! Tell Pancho I want to use the Gulf Stream in the morning. A word?
Inside.
Martinez says the Singapore investments will double in value in less than a year. By the end of the decade, we'll own nearly as much real estate in Singapore as the Japanese. By the way, is the matter of the Sarmientos indictment still pending? This smaller matter shouldn't be on the table long enough to come to my attention. I'll trust you'll take care of it.
I have an appointment with Judge Perez Vega.
What's your name, please?
Jorge Vasquez.
Yes, Senor Vasquez, if you'll come this way. Senor Vasquez.
Senor Vasquez, I've been expecting you. I don't believe we've met before, have we?
No, my practice is in Cartagena. I rarely come to Bogota.
I see. So, what can I do for you?
I have a client appearing before Judge Cristina Soto. He's a young boy, unjustly accused in a homicide case. This is pro bono work for me. I mean, the boy is dirt poor. I know that you're a friend of Judge Soto, and I was hoping you might intercede.
Senor Vasquez, it is true I am a friend of Judge Soto, but I cannot, as you say, intercede with her or any other of my colleagues. I'm sorry.
I hope I haven't insulted you. I haven't meant to.
Perhaps we should say this conversation never took place. Good day, Senor Vasquez.
Senor Vasquez, I'm so glad I caught you. You left this behind.
Look at this. That's nice. He's just like you.
You mean he looks like me?
No, I mean he's a slob, like you are. I should be home around 3. Make sure he takes his nap before then.
If you can wait a half an hour, I'll drive you in.
No, I can't. I have to be in court.
Okay.
I don't mind taking the bus.
Good morning. Morning. How are you doing? Very good.
I'm afraid the accommodations won't be much. At least you'll be safe.
Thank you, Colonel. We'll make the best of it.
I'm sorry.
Christina's little boy, Sebastian, he was named after a martyred saint. I believe Christina is now a martyr too.
We were able to hide microchip sensors in the shipment of precursors leaving Hoboken, New Jersey on the 9th. Invoices indicated that it was purchased by Atlantic Chemical Colombia and bound for Cartagena. The shipment was offloaded in Cartagena and trucked en masse into the interior.
You were able to keep track through satellite reconnaissance?
Yes, but that's not for public consumption. We photographed the site, as you can see, again by satellite. And here is the big news. We were wrong. Their production is not totally decentralized. The vast majority of the precursors was all shipped to one location. It must be one big processing center.
The Americans are right. All the precursors were shipped to the same location. It's the biggest lab complex we've seen since Tranquilandia in '84, maybe bigger.
Judge Perez Vega is here to see you, General.
Send her in.
General, as you know, the official American military position down here is to defer to you. But I think we have a golden opportunity here. If we hit this lab, we can seriously disrupt the ability of the cartel to process cocaine, which will increase their cost of doing business and eat into their profits.
I can have an assault team put together in a week. We hold the element of surprise.
Who else knows about these photographs?
Besides the three of us here in this room, a couple of staffers.
Hit it.
I have completed my investigation. I wanted to tell you personally that an indictment charging Pablo Escobar with conspiracy to murder Orlando Sarmientos will be on your desk in 24 hours.
Are you telling me I could be arrested? Are you telling me my wife and I can't walk down the streets in Bogota without being picked up by a 500 pesos a month cop? That I will be humiliated, forced to take my children out of school, that I can't accompany my daughter to buy her wedding dress, can go to the club, must go into hiding because I'm insignificant. Woman dares to indict.
Sorry, Don Pablo.
She's nothing, an ant. She doesn't exist.
Yes, Don Pablo.
I'm one of the richest men in the world. I want this woman dead. You hear me? Dead.
You want me to tell you what your problem is, Charlie? No kidding. You want me to tell you? You ready for this now? I mean, are you ready for it? I think you were fixated in the anal retentive stage. What? I mean, I bet your mama changed your diapers like clockwork, right? Because you like everything clean, no mess, orderly, like in Law and Order. I'm a big believer in psychotherapy. I mean, you got your Gestalt, your transactional analysis, your primal scream. You got Freud, Jung, and Adler. I love those boys. I mean, what the hell else you got to do in prison but go see the shrink every day?
Shut up, local. Just shut the hell up. You've been flapping your lip ever since we left Atlanta. Lying to me about you and some drum majorette while I blew lunch all over my new pair of shoes. And if you don't shut your mouth right now, I'm gonna rip out your lungs through your nose with my bare hands. You understand me?
I was just trying to make conversation.
Loco!
Oh, we're here. Hey! Hey! Hey, get on with your work.
Where have you been, Loco? I have not heard from you in over a year.
You know me, Eduardo. I'm like the Phantom. You never know where I'm going to turn up.
I heard you were in jail. Why don't you tell me about it?
This is a nickel and dime local beef and narco picked me up for conspiracy to distribute, but we bargained it down to simple possession. I did 6 months. It was cake.
So, you say you have a proposition for me.
Well, now, I've moved a lot of merchandise for you in my time, right, Eduardo? Always on time, always at a fair price. Am I lying or what?
Probably, but I'm listening.
Alex and I know a guy. He works out of L.A. His name's Jimmy Brown.
I don't know him.
You should. Jimmy's been laundering cash for the Mexicans. He owns a guy down at the bank. He handles plenty, but can handle plenty more. Now, I know you're always on the lookout for new outlets, and Jimmy's operation runs like quicksilver. So Jimmy and Alex will run the operation stateside. I'll act as go-between, and we'll undercut anybody else's big by half a percentage point. You'll save a bundle.
You vouch for this, Brown?
He's got the local garrison seal of approval.
I have to speak to Gacha and Escobar. Be where I can find you, local.
We'll see.
You've been at that half the night. Why don't you come to bed, Korea?
Son,
How can you work without sleep?
I will sleep when I'm done. When this is all over and done.
Orders.
What's going on?
I don't know.
George Perez Vega.
I'm sorry to disturb you, Senora, but it seems that we have an extra battalion of troops on the base. It would be better if you get down to the floor or under your bed. Please.
¡Tomen sus posiciones y prepárense para el ataque! Should have killed her in Medellin. Should have walked right up to her and blown her brains out. Atrás. Atrás.
Senora, they have gone, Senora. You are safe now. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, thank you, Major.
just tried to hit Sonia.
Good Lord. Is she all right?
Yes, but we were lucky. I can't guarantee her safety, Tomas. We have to send her north.
I know. Is this what happens to the righteous down here, Roberto? Are they all forced into exile?
No, Tomas. Most of them end up dead. Will you make the necessary arrangements?
Yeah. I'll get back to you.
What do you know about Pensacola, Mr. Vaughn?
Pensacola?
That is where the State Department is sending us. Do you think we will be happy there?
You deserve to be, ma'am.
We've always been so formal with one another. I don't even know your first name.
It's Tom.
You knew it would come to this, didn't you, Tom? If I survived, I mean.
I guess I did, ma'am.
I love my country, love it so much I'm forced to leave it. I will never come back, will I? Will I be a stranger in a foreign country for the rest of my life? Do you have a pen, General? In front of these witnesses and as my final act as criminal court judge, I am signing an indictment charging Pablo Escobar with being the intellectual author of the killing of Orlando Sarmientos. It is done.
What is it?
I'm so frightened, Alonso. Now. So desperately frightened.
Hey, Juanita! Don Jose! Hey, it's been a long time.
Not since that famous night in Barranquilla. Do you remember?
What were those girls' names?
Who cares?
Alex Carter, this is Don Jose Rodriguez. Gotcha.
It's a pleasure.
Eduardo?
Si.
Okay.
Eduardo tells me you've come to him with business.
Yeah, like I was telling him the other day. We know a guy in L.A., Jimmy Brown. He's a right guy, and I trust him. Don Pablo! Hey!
Look what the wind's blown in.
I missed you, loco.
Well, I'm back, and it looks like we're in business, Pablo.
And who is this?
Oh, Alex Carter. This is Don Pablo Escobar.
It's a great pleasure.
Oh, my.
And how did you hook with my friend Loco?
It's a long story.
I bet it is. Sit, gentlemen, please.
Thank you.
I am flattered, Loco.
Yeah, Pablo, why's that?
Well, it's not every day that two agents from the United States Drug Enforcement Administration come to visit me in my living room.
You're crazy, man. This isn't funny.
Do I look like I'm laughing?
You know, I like you, Pablo. I mean that sincerely. Now, a lot of people don't agree with me. They think you're a black-hearted son of a bitch who gunned down a blood relative if the mood struck you, but they don't know you like I do. And I'll admit, I've done some dumb things in my time. Hell, I married a cocktail waitress from Shreveport with 3 kids down at the trailer park and an ornery ex-husband. But to walk in here big as day and try to sucker you because some guys down at the D.E.A. offered me something sweet, well, I mean, even I'm not that stupid.
Wow, you guys are blowing smoke. We come to you with a legitimate business proposal. I didn't come down here to be accused of working with the feds.
Sit down.
Go ahead. Shoot me. What do I care? I almost died the other day coming down here in this sorry excuse for an airplane, and I know we're not going to make it back in one piece, so go ahead, shoot me. I can't stand the suspense.
Who is this punk?
Listen, Don Pablo.
No. You listen. If you're lying to me, if you and this scam are working for the D.E.A. and I find out, I'll cut your heart out of your chest and hand it to you. Nobody screws around with me and lives. You got that? Not you, not your friend, not the high hats in Bogota. Nobody.
I didn't deserve that, Jose. I've worked with you boys before. You know I'm on the level.
It's Sergi. Legal problems. Big legal problems. You know how it is. He'll come around. So, why don't you tell me about your operation?
We're operating out of the Providencial Hotel in downtown L.A.
What kind of cash flow?
We moved over $500,000 for him in the first 2 weeks, but it could get a lot bigger. Look, the Cartel is a business, a multinational corporation, and just like General Motors, AT&T, IBM, they deal in a product. It's cocaine, and the bottom line is profit. If we want to hurt them, we have to attack their profit and loss statement, kick them into profitability.
How? Our strategy has to involve 3 missions. First, we increase their costs by burning down the processing labs. I'm talking raids, seizures. Say it costs $1 million and takes 5 months to build a lab. It takes a year to buy and ship the precursors to get it up and running. Destroy it and you made a dent. Right now they have a 3-year supply of precursors on hand, and we know where it is.
Are the Colombians on board?
Oserio's given us the go-ahead. Now, second, we attack their management structure by prosecuting their leaders, apprehending and arresting them so that they can't conduct business as usual out of office buildings in broad daylight.
We prosecute them in the United States and Colombia.
Impossible. No one can take him on down there.
It's already been done. Escobar's been indicted. The papers were filed 2 days ago by Judge Sonia Perez Vega.
Okay, last, we infiltrate their money laundering operations. If we're really lucky, we wind up plugged into their major laundering sources and we shut them down. Their cash flow is interrupted. They have trouble paying their coca growers and shippers.
We're biting off one hell of a lot here.
It's going to take a lot of luck.
And a lot of guts.
It took a lot of guts for a Colombian judge to indict Escobar. Her best friend was murdered. Her husband gave up his career. They're going to have to live in exile for the rest of their lives. Courage is not in short supply down there. And it's not found by crunching numbers or playing games. Gentlemen, I have a plane to catch.
Tom?
Faye, what is it?
God, I'm trying to get hold of you since last night.
What's the matter? Is something wrong with Nicky?
There's been some trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Nicky was arrested. He stole a car.
What?
He went to a party with some friends. They were drinking. Nicky and another kid hot-wired a car and took it for a joyride. State trooper picked them up out on the interstate.
Oh, for God's sakes. Is he in jail?
I'm at the Hall of Justice. He was arraigned this morning. I've already paid his bail. He's being processed now. I've got a lawyer. When can you come home?
I can't. Not right this second, anyway. Faye? Come on, Faye, talk to me.
Okay, guys, let me make sure I get this straight. Your 13-year-old son is arrested and charged with grand theft auto. He spends the night in a holding pen in county jail, scared half to death, and his dad can't even find the time to get home and help? You're a pretty pathetic excuse for a father, aren't you, Tom?
Come on, Faye, you know damn well that's not how it is. Look, I just can't come home right this second. I would if I could.
Sure. I'll bet you've got a perfectly good reason. You've always got a good reason, don't you? I'll tell you one thing I don't ever want to hear, Tom. I don't want to hear you wondering why we got divorced.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming. You look like hell. What's the matter? Trouble?
Faye! How many know our destination?
3! You, Osario, and me! Talk to me!
There's nothing to talk about!
Don't try to play the stoic gringo, Tomas. I know you too well.
My kid did something stupid. How long have you and Felipa been married?
22 years in March. Why?
Well, how does she keep it together? Your life's always on the line. What keeps her from falling apart?
She's at Mass 5 mornings a week.
I'm serious.
So am I. Listen to me, Tomas. Nothing is more important than family. Nothing.
I have a job.
There are other jobs. Walk away. Go home and take care of your family. Gotcha, ask some questions.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hey.
That's all right. Excuse me. Thank you. Come on.
I have a message for Brown. Is he here?
What is it?
I'm supposed to give it to him personally.
You know better. This is our court, boys. You play by our rules.
Senor Martinez wants to speak to him. He said he'd phone.
Yeah, we'll put him through. Anything else?
Look, I don't think you understand.
I understand plenty. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Mike, it's Martinez again. Mike.
I'll take it. Senor Martinez.
Mr. Brown, how are you?
What can I do for you?
Mr. Brown, I have a small problem. Some money that cannot be handled through the usual channels. I was wondering if you might help.
How much?
$4 million.
When can you make delivery?
Tonight. The difficulty is I need it to be in Panama in 24 hours.
I can have it in Panama in 24 minutes.
I'm willing to increase your end, say by half a percentage point as a bonus. I will have the merchandise delivered by this evening.
We'll be waiting. Give me Dave Rawlings. Look, Dave, I got a problem. I got a shipment coming in tonight. It has to be in Panama tomorrow. I don't care how you get it done, man. Just get it done.
You told them where labs are?
Production is already a week behind.
We have shipments of coca paste piling up and nowhere to process them. Now, maybe if we move the labs out of Colombia, like we did after Tranquilandia?
No.
Why not?
It's a capitulation.
We run this damn country. They hit us, we hit back. They hurt us, we make them bleed. We survive on power or we don't survive at all. He spends his life looking at bank statements and computer screens. You're an accountant, Eduardo, not a traficante.
I'm a businessman, Jose. And when costs rise, profits fall. Now, the cost of replacing the lab complex will be stiff. And the additional overhead, yes, will eat into the cash flow. However, a major interruption into process and manufacture, and our shippers will go elsewhere, maybe to Cali.
Suddenly they're not afraid. They indict Escobar. They have courage. They destroy a major lab. I say we move against them and against anyone else who stands in our way.
If we eliminated Osario and Chavez, will Barco get in bed with the Americans?
Osario and the president are very close. Eliminate him and the newspapers will be outraged. Barco will have no choice.
And Chavez?
You worry too much about the damn gringos. Let Barco try to extradite me. When I die on Colombian soil.
Not all of us have your death wish, Jose. Let's bide our time. If extradition becomes a fact, we'll make the government pay. Until then, we wait.
That's a sign of weakness.
When our enemies think we are weak, we depend on you to show them the error of their ways, don't we, Don Jose?
Don't patronize me. I'll do what I want to whoever I want, whenever I want.
Whoa, nice wheel. Nothing like the look of old money.
Not now, loco. I'm not in the mood.
Hey, watching millions in precursors go up in smoke bound to ruin anybody's day. Bet the CMP won't roll over without a tussle.
Chavez.
Yeah, up to taking him on?
One thing I do know is that if Barco signs those extradition decrees, all hell will break loose in Colombia. Vámonos.
Okay. You have a good flight, you hear?
Yeah.
Is this Mr. Vaughn?
Who is this?
And I thought we were friends.
What is it, Loco?
I just ran into our boy, Eduardo. Seems he's none too pleased with your friend Chavez. Seems nobody is. Expect they mean business. I thought you ought to know.
Thanks, Loco.
You have to drop it in lightly. All right, try again. Better. What's it about, Tomas?
What do you mean?
I can tell that fishing is not your passion. Why have you brought me here?
We got word through an informant that the cartel holds you responsible for the lab raids. They want to kill you.
I see.
I know that you think that you're invulnerable, Roberto, but you should take this seriously.
You worry too much.
The stakes are getting higher. Every time we make a move against the cartel, it makes them more dangerous. You should move your family out of Colombia, at least for a while.
And send them where?
To the States.
To the States? I don't know anyone in the United States.
I can set something up. I have connections.
I'll think about it.
And do nothing at all.
Don't scowl, Tomas. It scares the fish. There. Better.
I've talked to everyone I know in Washington. Nobody knows what to do.
What you mean is no one cares.
I don't think they really understand the situation.
If Roberto Chavez was some deposed dictator, the government would find him a penthouse overlooking Central Park or an estate in Honolulu. But he's just a cop. He's doing more for the U.S. anti-cocaine effort than anyone I can think of, but no one gives a damn because he's just a cop.
I'll keep trying.
Dave, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I don't know, maybe 6 months? Can't the agency use some kind of special emergency fund? Yeah. Thanks anyway. No, he doesn't have any money. If he pulls down $1,000 a month, he's lucky. What about witness protection? Don't you think that a cop that's a national hero is a lot more important than some dealer that rolled over on his brother and his mother?
Do you like the circus, Tomas?
When I was a kid.
Didn't you like the way the clowns drove the little car into the center ring? It was tiny, like a toy. Then the doors opened and they all got out. I loved that when I was a child. How did they do that? Trapdoors?
I guess. High wire was my favorite. Or maybe the guy they shoot out of the cannon. I've never figured out how they do that either.
Roberto, get off the tracks. Get off the tracks! Get out of the way! Roberto!
Hello? Tom?
Yeah, it's me.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I've been thinking about that motorcycle that I had in high school. Do you remember it? The BSA, all chopped to beat the band. I bought it off some guy stationed out at England.
I remember it. Mary Ellen Braithwaite said you just bought it to show off, but I didn't care. thought you were the best-looking boy I'd ever seen. What's the matter, Tom?
There have been death threats against Roberto Chavez and his family. I've been trying to find some place in the States to send his wife and kids. I have tried everybody. But it just seems like nobody gives a damn. I don't know what else to do.
I can stay here.
I don't know when it's gonna be exactly or for how long.
I don't mind, you know that. Now, what about you? Are you safe?
Reasonably.
I read about that lab raid. It was in all the papers. I mean, that was the day I called you by Nicky, wasn't it? Are you on that raid?
I love you. Faye.
I'm still here.
I'm not saying it to change your mind about the divorce. I know you have cause. I'm saying it because it's true. And despite everything else, I just want to make damn sure you know that.
I love you, too.
Is the boy all right?
I guess. Not in jail scared him half to death. He'll be all right.
Well, look. I'll call you in a few days and let you know about Roberto's family. Take good care, Faye.
To invite my family into our home is a gesture I'll never forget. What I'm trying to say, in my awkward way, is that Felipa and the boys, they won't be leaving after all.
Roberto?
I contacted some people. People I know. People very close to the cartel. And they assured me that the threat to me and my family is imaginary.
Don't be foolish.
Tomas, please. You and Faye have been very kind with us, but they don't want to go. Whatever happens, we will stay together as a family. Have you ever heard of something called the gold mine, La Mina de Oro?
No.
I expect you will.
All right, the suspense is killing me. What is La Mina?
I'm not sure exactly. It's a name my people have been running across a lot lately. We figure it is some super secret money laundering operation.
Stateside?
Yeah.
What else is new?
The size and efficiency, I think. My sources have been watching the action from Panama to Medellin. It's fast and furious. Tomas, I think it's important.
La Mina. Anyway, if you hear anything about La Mina, let me know.
Hang on a second. It's Marty.
Hold on, Tom. Yeah, Marty?
Argueta just pulled up in front of the hotel.
Good. Look, Tom, I gotta go. Argueta's on his way up, and I have a feeling he's not gonna be a very happy camper. I'll find out what I can about La Mina, keep you posted.
You want me to beef up security?
No. Let's make like nothing has happened. Look, if you just saw 200 big ones disappear and you think I'm the only guy who knows where it's gone, how would you play it?
Hey, Antonio, ¿qué pasa? Hey, wait a minute! Hey!
I'm impressed. Now, what's your point?
Where is our money?
What money?
You shorted us $200,000, man. Now either you make good, or things get very Indian.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Your last transfer to Panama was $200,000 short. Where's my money, Mr. Brown?
It's impossible. Your bank in Panama's made a mistake.
They don't make mistakes.
I have the wire transfer remittance records that prove they do. Mr. Martinez, $4 million left L.A. If only 3.8 arrived in Panama City, then your bank down there is shorting you, and it's none of my affair. I think it's time we met, Mr. Brown. Why don't you come to Medellin? Why don't you come to L.A.?
Neutral ground?
All right. Aruba. I have business there. Agreed. 23rd. Done. Let me speak to Argueta.
You're not still sore at Brown.
The Jefe, the Great Mouth, and you. What have they both to you?
What?
You guys are either wrong or you're stupid. Now those guys would not lose no 200,000 G's.
What guys?
Those guys, the La Mina guys. Place is a gold mine.
We've cross-referenced La Mina and/or the gold mine through our computers in Arlington, and I think we're onto something, maybe something big.
Are they headquartered here in L.A.?
We think so, maybe with branches in Atlanta and New York. They all seem to use the same kind of front, a gold merchant, small business that can apply for exemption from the Bank Secrecies Act.
How much do you think they're handling?
I can't be sure, but I'd guess in L.A. alone, they're laundering maybe $250 to $500 million a year.
Multiplied by their other branches makes our operation look strictly minor league.
And I'm guessing about their volume. It could be more.
Could be a lot more. Listen, we have to be incredibly careful. We wear kid gloves in handling the process of who and where these guys are. Do you understand? Incredibly careful.
There's the owner now, Swan Key.
Any history on this guy?
Not much. Oriental. Been in the U.S. 10 years. Moved out here from New York 3 years ago. Licensed jeweler. No rap sheet. So far, he's managed to stay clean.
There's Campos.
Yeah, must be making a delivery.
It's Rawlings' description. Wholesale gold merchant who doesn't have to report large deposits of cash to the government. Did you get inside, Jake?
Yeah. Told them I was looking to buy gold bullion. They couldn't show me the door fast enough. But I managed to get a quick look around.
And?
Nothing. I couldn't see what was in the back room. But I got an idea that might catch them with their pants down.
Tell me about it. R&B security, the cameras in Gilco are on the fritz.
Nobody told me about it.
Got the work order right here, pal.
Listen, if you guys need me, I'm gonna be downstairs, okay?
Yeah, great, thanks. All right, he's gone. Come on.
So what's a place that sells gold scrap need with a money counting machine?
Maybe they play a lot of Monopoly. All right, there it is. Go to work.
Mr. Key, this is Larry, the night guard over at the Precious Stones Market. Did you send a couple of guys over here to fix your security system?
I got a degree in engineering from Purdue in '81. I even did a postgrad year at Cartel.
What are they starting college guys out with these days?
23 grand plus fringes. Could have made more money working at my old man's hardware store. Done.
Freeze! Get down! Get down! What the hell goes on here?
We're fixing the cameras.
Nobody called about no damn cameras.
Well, hey, man, look.
Don't come near me.
Hey, look, pal. All I know is that somebody called the control board. They said something was wrong with the cameras. That's the way the system works, all right? Somebody should have called you. I guess they didn't. They screwed up, but that's not our fault. And that doesn't give you the right to stick guns in our faces. Now, damn it, guns scare me, and I'm liable to get mad. You know what? The hell with this guy. The hell with the cameras. The hell with the whole system. We're out of here. Come on.
Stay where you are.
Oh, what are you going to do now? Kill the both of us and explain to the police how you murdered 2 repairmen from your own security system? Get out of here. Look, you know what? They don't pay me enough to take this kind of crap. I'm going to call the company, and I'm going to have them dismantle the whole damn system. What do you think of that, big shot?
I'm sorry, okay? I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
Go to hell with your sorry.
I said I was sorry. Now listen, just go back to work, okay? Please.
Okay. All right, that's fine with us. We'll go back to work. What are you going to do, stand in the doorway and watch us so we don't steal something?
No, we'll leave you alone, okay?
Okay, all right, go ahead, leave. Because I'll tell you something. I can't work under these conditions. I'm a professional.
Not bad.
I love this. It's got to be a first. We use the doper's own security for our surveillance. I love it.
There must be 4 or 5 million in there. I bet you they do this kind of business every week.
Look, if we find out where the money they launder comes from and goes to, we can identify wholesalers on the one hand and cartel investments and assets on the other.
Stop it.
Did you ever do it on top of me?
I don't believe this.
It happened.
Hey, what's wrong, Mike?
Can't pinch Martinez and Aruba.
Why the hell not?
This is a $1 billion a year operation, the largest laundry we ever cut into. If we grab Martinez now, Lamina will disappear. It's his baby. They'll close it down. But let's say that we let Martinez cruise. Well, let's say we're patient. We play the long shot. We shut Lamina down. Maybe Martinez sends their business our way. We play them along, con them until the time is right, and then we pop them. With any luck at all, we get them both, Lamina and Martinez, the daily double.
We blow it, and we lose them both.
Life is a gamble, Charlie.
This is some roll of the dice. You call it.
We go for it.
Aruba?
We gotta show up. It's party time. Senor Martinez?
At last. Mr. Brown. How are you?
Good. Quite a view. It's a beautiful spot.
Aruba, please. Actually, there are some very nice business opportunities here. If you have some free capital to invest, you might want to consider.
It's very interesting. Speaking of capital, $200,000. It's yours. This is a copy of a wire transfer that verifies the fact that the full amount was sent to your bank in Panama. The money is not the point, Eduardo. It's strictly nickel and dime. But you and I are both businessmen, and we both know that business must be conducted with honor. When you find out whatever mistake your bank made in Panama, you can send it back. Until then, I'd feel more comfortable if you kept it. I don't want you ever to feel that I shorted you.
Where are you staying?
We're taken care of.
Call downstairs, get the best suites in the hotel, and tell them to move Mrs. Brown and Carter. Send me the bill. Keep the money, Jimmy. I'm not afraid to admit when I've made a mistake with people. For now, enjoy yourselves. Anything you want here is yours. Marcus at the casino, women, anything at all.
It's not necessary.
No, not a word, please. I insist. Gentlemen, here is to a long and honorable business partnership.
The future.
Ours.
Could be in the wrong line of work.
You think the trafficantes have all the fun, huh?
All the money, anyway.
My God, you're a beautiful woman. What is your name, Cara?
Opa.
Opa. Ooh. So, Jimmy, what do you think? You like her? You want her? Well, you can't have her. Cara, I have to talk to my friend, so why don't you go away and see me later, okay?
Come on, Eduardo, sit down.
Life is good, no?
It's very good.
You know, like I tried to tell it to Gacha, I say to him, you are one of the richest men in the world, Don Jose. Carpe diem. Seize the day. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
You never know.
But he's a peasant. He's only interested in control, power, and death, not life. I want to tell you something, Jimmy. If the government agrees to extradition of Colombians to face trial in U.S. courts, everything will go crazy. Bogota will look like Beirut. All hell will break loose.
Drug Enforcement Administration, we've got warrants. Everybody freeze. Drop it!
I'm out of here. Go. 500. This is 502. The objective secure.
10-4. Jake, I'll get Campos in the blue car. Go after him. Hurry up.
Team number 5, all units, couriers. They just drove by in light blue O's. License 2, F as in Frank. PO 450. They're headed south on Hill Street. Have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. You got that? Get up. Get up. Get up. I'll have one of those, my man. Thank you. Nice job.
Oh, yeah. Gonna fall tonight. Bowling pin. Thanks for another beer.
Hell of a good bust, boss. 10 million in cash. Key and his boys, Campos and Argueta. Not bad for a day's work.
That was only the first race, Jake.
I don't get it.
But you don't play the ponies, do you? You see, I have got the daily double hanging here. And I've got a hunch that my horse in the second race is just about to come in.
Martinez just called. Second time. He sounded like he was just about ready to freak. Yeah, he said he wanted to talk to you as soon as possible.
And what did you tell him?
But you were unavailable. I thought I'd make him eager.
We're gonna nail him, Charlie. We are gonna score the daily double, and we're gonna sew up Martinez just like we did Lamina. Damn, I feel so good.
Hey, Mike. Phone.
Who is it?
Martinez.
I'll take it upstairs.
Oh, we've had a little bit of a problem here, Jimmy. I may have some business to pass you away. A great deal of business, as a matter of fact.
What kind of volume are we talking about?
Oh, say, 5 million a week?
I don't know, Eduardo. We're pretty busy right now.
I'm even willing to up your fee a couple of points.
Look, are you sure you can trust your people in Panama City? Maybe we should meet down there, discuss the whole thing.
Not with extradition, Jimmy. Barco's getting ready to make a deal with your government. Everything is up for grabs here. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, let's sleep on it. I'll call you back. Maybe you'll change your mind.
No, forget it, Jimmy, okay? Timing is critical. I need an answer right away. Events are happening very fast.
And I cannot leave Colombia now.
Well, we'll do what we can for you. You know that. Not here, not Panama City, not anywhere. He's gonna lay low and see what happens next.
Well, he's gone, Mike. He's gone. Martinez is gonna go underground. He's gonna disappear into Colombia, and we're never gonna get another shot at arresting him. Damn it!
I know.
He was ours. The biggest cartel fish since later. He was ours.
Just take it easy, will you, Charlie?
It's because we got greedy.
What do you want me to say? I took a chance and blew it. It didn't pan out? Things like this happen, Charlie, and you know it.
Tempers, gentlemen. Well, I was in the neighborhood. I just figured I'd drop by.
Your timing stinks, Loco.
Oh, don't be too sure, Mike. Jose Rodriguez, gotcha.
Just spill it, will you, please?
So the boys have gone to ground, huh? Seven. I know where Don Jose's hiding.
Oye, Gómez, anything? We missed him. What are they?
I'm not sure. They're coded documents. And if they're important enough to code, they're important, period. All right, we get a tip on gotcha. Whoever's around hears us coming and clears out fast. Too fast to grab the coded documents.
What do you think they are?
Damned if I know. But I don't care if it takes every cryptographer and transcription expert in Langley and Arlington. We're gonna find out.
I won't run, Pablo.
You know I rely on you, Jose.
Then I say we move. Strike back.
Yes. You do that.
They run us out of our own homes. I'll make them sorry if they ever heard the word extradition.
El candidato presidencial Carlos Galán de Colombia fue asesinado durante su campaña política en Soacha, al sur de Bogotá. Se sospecha al cartel de haber ordenado el asesinato en represalia por la firma de decretos de extradición. La campaña de Galán fue agresivamente dirigida contra la familia Cartel, que si elegido, el poder del ejército y la Policía Nacional se usaría contra los terroristas narcotraficantes. Este asesinato marca una nueva etapa en la guerra entre la familia y las autoridades colombianas.
¡A los sicarios!
It's not fair, Roberto. How are we supposed to survive? And they promised you a raise with a promotion.
The raise will come in time, Felipa.
So will the Messiah, but he doesn't need a new washing machine.
Everybody down!
Please. Please don't hurt my boys. Please.
Llévala rápido al quirófano.
Colonel Chavez.
Enfermera, venga conmigo, rápido.
Colonel Chavez.
Allez.
Hello?
It's me.
Tom, I've been trying to get hold of you for 2 days. Are you all right?
Roberto's dead.
Felipa?
She's barely alive. She took 4 hits. She has a bullet lodged near her spine. If she lives, she may not be able to walk. What am I doing down here, Faye? Just what the hell am I doing down here? Getting my best friends and their families killed. The narc fighting the fight. That seems so damn empty.
I once knew a Catholic boy from East Texas. His daddy was a policeman. His mama taught him Lord, Baltimore, Catechism, and got him off to Mass whether he wanted to go or not. He wanted to carry a badge. He wanted to do something important. When he kissed me in the parking lot of the DQ over on Russell Street, my heart just about melted.
You think that boy is still the same?
I do. Oh, he's older. He's tired and he's sad. He may even be having a crisis of faith. Your job isn't what you are, Tom. It's a reflection of who you are, and that has not changed.
Senor Vaughn. Colonel Chavez was a very brave man.
And a very dear friend.
But difficult to fill his shoes. Of course, we're very different men. So, what can I do for the D.E.A. this morning?
I have reliable information that the bombing of the CSI building and the deaths of Chavez and Galan were personally ordered by Jose Rodriguez Gacha.
And what is your source?
I'm afraid I can't reveal that. You understand?
Absolutely. Just as you will understand that I would prefer to rely on my own sources of intelligence.
Wait a minute. I think you'll find that my office has always been of tremendous value to yours.
This office is now my office.
I know that Gacha ordered the death of Roberto Chavez.
I want to see him burn for it, and I need your help.
You are distraught, Mr. Vaughn. Sometimes agents and long foreign assignments outstay their usefulness.
All right, let's cut to the chase, General. I want Escobar, and I want Gotcha. And I am prepared to do anything in my power.
Now, let me tell you what you are prepared to do. You and your government. You are prepared to fight the cartel until the last Colombian is left standing. If our people are going to die in this war, we are also going to give the orders.
General, I've been down here long enough to know that the gringo is not especially beloved. But as hard as you're playing, it makes me think you have a personal agenda.
Are you accusing me of something, Mr. Vaughn? The only reason why I will not have you physically removed and thrown out in the street is out of respect for Roberto Chavez. Your business is finished here, Mr. Vaughn. Look at yourself. You are burnt out. Done. Go home, Mr. Vaughn. Go before you have nothing left to go to.
Working on the codes for 36 straight hours.
And?
It took a team of transcription experts and a CIA Cray supercomputer. But we broke it. You're not gonna believe it. We're about to give the cartel boys a new meaning to run for their money.
What's the matter?
I think you should look at these.
Holy God. This has to be a mistake. Call the bank. Find out what's going on. Now!
I'm calling from Bogota, Colombia. Yes, a few moments ago I tried to get access to one of my accounts by computer and found that it was listed unavailable. I assume this is an error. Yes, my number is 276-8209-541. Yes, I'll hold.
The bank in Singapore is closed. It's the middle of the night.
Yes? What? But that's impossible. On whose authority? Let me speak with the manager immediately. Well, then have him call me the instant he gets in. Someone's into our accounts, Alicia. I don't know who and I don't know how. We have to get liquid. We have to cash in every foreign account that we've got. Transfer all of the money into the bank in Panama where we have some control. Now go. What the hell is going on?
I'd like to see the bank manager, please. Now. And we have reason to believe that at least one account at your bank is registered under a false name to hide or launder illegal profits from the sale of narcotics.
This is most unusual.
Well, if you have any questions, call your Attorney General. He's aware of the situation.
Excuse me. Whitfield? Yes, put him through.
It's Perez.
Why the hell not?
Because I have papers here from a representative of the United States government compelling me to freeze those accounts immediately.
But you can't do that.
I'm afraid I must.
Look, Senor Whitfield, you don't understand. It's not my money. It belongs to the man I work for. He's one of the most dangerous men in Colombia. And if I don't get that money back to him, he'll kill me, my family, my friends.
Then may I suggest, sir, that you seek alternative employment? Now then, Mr. Saran, where were we?
You must phone Don Jose.
No.
Senor Perez.
Somebody has to tell him.
What? And tell Gacha that the Americans have seized over $100 million in personal assets? Don't be crazy. Do you realize what he would do to me?
Yes. You don't know me, but I know you. And I think you need to talk to someone right about now. This is Costa Rica. You're safe. Talk to us.
I keep trying to tell you, you don't understand. I'm a legitimate businessman. I have a university education. I can't survive in American jail.
Well, why don't we send you home? Gotcha has to know the accounts are frozen. By now, maybe you could survive that.
There's no road back. You play ball with us or you face Bogota on your own.
But I have a family in Colombia. My parents. My sister.
We'll get them to a safe place. The States, if necessary.
I'm a businessman. I invest money and I manage it. I'm not a gangster.
That money is as dirty as it gets. Do you understand me?
Put the call through.
It starts out as desperate 10s and 20s in MacArthur Park in L.A.
Where? I don't know what you're talking about.
Never mind. You wouldn't understand.
There was a bomb delivered by a messenger to your office about an hour ago.
I don't believe you.
I have your assistant on the line. Why don't you ask her?
Alicia?
Miguel.
Yes. I see. All right.
What do you want to know?
Where's Eduardo Martinez?
Diego, I'm here. Senor Martinez. We've been expecting you. What do you want? You are under arrest. What for? I'm not wanted for anything. No, not there in Colombia. But you have been named in an indictment in the United States. You are being extradited to face trial. I want to talk to a lawyer. You can talk to the American courts about that. Take him away.
Eduardo Martinez, I arrest you in the name of the United States government. Your escort's here.
Eduardo, I was beginning to think that we would never see each other again.
Welcome to the armpit, Colombia. ¿Qué te parece, eh? Entra, entra.
You see, our abilities to process and ship product is basically unaffected, for we have enough in cash reserves to continue to pay the growers and keep the labs up and running.
For how long?
6 months. Maybe a year at the outside. At least we know there'll be no shortage in demand, huh?
Which means there'll be no shortage of competitors.
There will be other costs incurred if we have to remain in hiding. Logistical expenses, payment of personnel. I mean this with all due respect, gentlemen. But with Senor Martinez in custody, access to personal assets will be difficult.
This is pathetic. Look at us. We have no money, no cash flow. We are worth billions of pesos. We have millions in gold bullion, buried all over Colombia. And I can barely afford to pay my bodyguards. Better a tomb in Colombia, Jose, than a jail cell in America.
I'm not ready for either. We will strike, Don Pablo. I am Jose Rodriguez Cacha. I don't get intimidated. I do the intimidating.
A commercial airliner bound from Bogota to Cali, Colombia exploded shortly after takeoff today, killing all 107 on board. Hours later, an unidentified man telephoned Radio Caracol claiming that the plane had been blown up by a group called the Extraditables, referring to the leaders of the Medellin cartel. President Barco has signed new decrees resulting in the extradition of 49 alleged drug traffickers to the United States for trial. Pablo Escobar, Jose Rodriguez Gacha, Eduardo Martinez, and other cartel kingpins have been indicted by grand juries in Los Angeles and Tampa.
The bodyguards.
Judge Perez Vega!
What do we do?
Yes.
Miss Tombon. I didn't mean to frighten you, Sonia. It couldn't be helped. It's just a precaution. They're DEA agents. Take whatever you can carry. They'll make sure you get the rest of your things.
What do you know, Tom? I mean, is there something specific?
I hear your name. Look, I don't know how accurate this information is, but it's there, and we can't ignore it.
Isn't there any place we can be safe?
Pack a bag, Sonia. Do it quickly. I'm not sure I thought it would come to this.
Gotcha.
Any idea where they're hiding?
In the jungle, a man could disappear for years. Forever. So what do you think of General Esperanza? He's an insufferable man. I was with him at the military academy.
Some people never change.
He's a good man. Smart. Totally honest, despite what you might think of him.
He said something, huh?
Quite a lot, in fact.
I'm not sure it matters.
Why not?
I'm thinking about putting in for a transfer back to the U.S.
I see. Roberto Chavez once told me you were the best cop he ever met. Doubt's human, Tomas. Sometimes even I think this is the worst job in the world. I understand Esperanza's getting ready to move on Gasha.
I'm afraid this is not a good time. Perhaps tomorrow.
I know about your plan to grab Gotcha. I want to go along.
That is not possible. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Esperanza.
Forget that I'm an American. We're both cops. I've been working these guys for nearly 3 years. I have busted my chops. I've lost more than you know. If Gotcha is personally overseeing a shipment, it's only because he's cash poor from the work we did to make him be that way. So I've got a right to go along. I deserve it. I deserve to be there when you collar them.
This is not a personal matter.
The hell it's not! They killed my best friend.
The Mansfield Amendment prohibits you from any involvement in the military actions of another country.
You're gonna have to do better than legalisms, General.
You're gonna have to do a hell of a lot better than that. Man to man. You can't let me stand on the sidelines at the finish. It means too much.
General.
All right, let's go.
But don't bring our new destination to the tower at Cartagena. Yes, sir. Air traffic controllers in this part of Colombia have all been compromised. They want to know why we changed course.
Stall them. Tell them we're lost. Ask for directions.
Cartagena es Bravo 1. There was a red pickup truck next to the house. It's gone.
Comb the area.
Hello.
Sonia? It's Tom Vaughn.
It's good to hear your voice.
How's Baltimore?
It's a long way from Bogota.
Look, I wanted to let you know this before the news services got a hold of it. We got Jose Rodriguez Gotcha.
When? How?
I can't tell you the details right now.
That is wonderful news. And Pablo Escobar? I have the feeling, Tom, that if you were to ask him, I would still be on Don Pablo's mind.
Who is that?
Jose Gacha.
The drug dealer?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was an important man.
Not anymore.
I called over to your apartment. When no one answered, I figured I might find you here. See, Escobar won't do more than 5 years. The prison he built for himself in Envigado is as cushy as it comes.
It's the world's first 4-star slammer.
People are murdered. Hundreds of them, judges and cops, good people. A whole country is terrorized, then compromised, and the man most responsible is given a slap on the wrist. It makes me so damn furious.
I wish it were like a fable. With a moral at the finish, all the loose ends tied up neat. Good triumphant, evil punished.
Some corner of all this belongs to you too, Tom.
No. I'll tell you what I believe. I believe that Escobar is behind bars because Orlando Sarmiento's had the guts to stand up to him in the press. Because Sonia Perez Vega had the courage to indict him. Because Roberto Chavez was willing to give his life to bring Escobar down, to end the violence. They all made a choice. They weighed the risk. They stood the sacrifice. And even though they knew that this is not a perfect world, they did their job. Gotcha and Escobar fall. We knock some holes in the Medellin cartel, and just as fast the Cali cartel gets stronger. Did we even dent the flow? Maybe. The fight goes on, and there's no credit, only martyrs.